Let me guess. You haven't played Minecraft since the early days and you kind of want to get back into it, but there's a whole lot of new stuff that you don't seem to understand. Well, I'm Madness Without, and we're going to get you up to speed with 15 things you need to know before getting back into Minecraft. Let's get into it. First things first, brewing. I know when it got introduced, I was very confused by it. I saw all these different slots, and honestly, I didn't know what to do with it. But eventually I learned you can throw some water bottles in there. You throw your fuel up here. It's got to be blaze powder. And then up here you throw in your ingredients. Here I've chose a fermented spider eye. It'll start filling up the bar while it brews. You can also throw water buckets in the cauldron to use for later potions. So you just go ahead and refill the glass bottles with water. And here we have our potions of weakness. Pretty simple, honestly. You'll remember the whole birch trees, the oak trees. Do you remember them giving you the same type of wood? I sure do. Now we have spruce trees, dark forests, jungles, acacia, even bamboo. We've got all the different types of wood to go with each of them. Oak, spruce, birch, jungle, acacia, dark oak. We can strip them all. You can make different types of wood, trapdoors, and pressure plates, all sorts of goodies. However, that is not everything. We've got things such as kelp. We have super deep oceans, ocean caves. We have ice biomes, ocean ravines. This one isn't a very deep ocean ravine. We got lots of different types of fish now. We got salmon here. We got the squids over there. There's some more salmon. Here's some cod. There's dolphins. Yes, dolphins. And when you're in survival, they give you a speed boost while you're swimming. Super cool. Did I mention there's pandas? I think this one's angry. Look at the furrowed brows. They're so adorable. Tropical fish here. It's so nice. We got coral reefs in the different types of oceans. They're so colorful and so pretty. Just check it out. You can see there's a warm ocean here and a less warm ocean here. You may have noticed these elytra right here. I'm showing off. They're exactly what they look like. They're wings. They let you fly. How cool is that? And then you can use rockets to propel you through the air. So you may have heard of enchanting before. You may not have. That's okay. I'm here to tell you. It's pretty simple. It's upgrading your armor and your weapons and all your tools. You have to have some bookshelves around if you want some good enchantments. You need 15 to get the best ones, and they have to be situated no more than 2 blocks away and no more than 2 blocks high in order for the enchantment table to know that they're there. But you just go ahead and slap some lapis lazuli in there, and then whatever you want to enchant you can put up here, and you can choose which enchantment you want. Here's what level you have to be to get the enchantment, and here's how many levels and lapis lazuli it will cost you. We're in creative, so it's not going to cost us anything right now. We went ahead and chose efficiency 4. This time we just got efficiency 4. Sometimes you will get other enchantments along with it. I don't think we have any, no. But say you didn't like whatever that enchantment was that you got efficiency 4. Well, you can go ahead and slap this down on the grindstone. And there you go, it's disenchanted. You can enchant it once more. And you'd even get some XP back from disenchanting it, so it's pretty handy. If you have a book, however, let's say we got mending, and you want to put it on your shovel. Well, you go ahead and slap the shovel there on your anvil, slap the book there, and Voila! A mending shovel. Pretty handy, huh? Alright, speaking of weapons and tools and such, we have new weapons. We got crossbows, which you can load with an arrow, and then just hold on to it, and then when you decide you want to fight, you just bam. Really fun. We got shields, which you can put in your left hand by just pressing F. Super easy, and then you right click to just hold up the shield. And then there's my favorite, the Trident. I currently have channeling and loyalty enchantments on it, which means loyalty will make it come back to me after I throw it, but channeling, it's raining for a reason. This is the fun part. I love this. This is by far my favorite weapon enchantment. But, oh yeah, supercharged creeper. I wonder if we can get him to explode. Well, that didn't work at all. Alright, next on the list is nether fortresses. They have also existed for quite a while. They're pretty boring for the most part. They do have some good loot. They got some wither skeletons, which drop wither skulls. We'll get more into that in a minute. But they do have some decent loot, if you can ever find it. I don't know where it is. Alright, I found some. And they usually don't have too much in there. You can get, you know, gold, there's saddles, you can get iron, gold, or diamond horse armor. You can, I believe you can get diamonds in here. You can get iron, you can get a couple of other odds and ends. Magma cream, I believe. Nether wart, you know, just a couple of things. Other than that, nether fortresses don't have a whole... Yeah, you can get diamonds. Other than that, they don't usually have a whole lot. There's some nether wart growing here with some soul sand. You can definitely use that to make your own. To grow your own. But that's about it. So I did mention these guys earlier, these wither skeletons. If you kill enough of them, you can get one of them to drop their skull. Which is... It's a pretty fun helmet, to be honest. But what you can use them for is to summon the Wither. These guys are pretty easy. They have a Wither effect on you. Honestly, it just blacks out your health bar. It's nothing too bad. I wouldn't worry about it. The only issue I find with these guys is you have to kill a whole bunch of them to get even one to drop their skull. And you need 3 skulls to summon the Wither. And that's kind of a pain. But the grind is worth it. It's fun. Really quickly, before we leave the nether, we have nether quartz, often used in redstone materials. It also can be used for building blocks. Very pretty. But another use people have for it is they mine it with silk touch so that it drops itself, and they drop a lot of XP when you mine them for the quartz they contain. Next, we have bosses such as the Wither. Place some soul sand like so, and we use those Wither skeleton skulls like we got earlier, and we just slap them on top of the sand, and when we place this last one here, it should spawn the Wither. There we go. If you want a tutorial on how to beat them, just drop a comment down below and I will get to it. And we also have the Ender Dragon. It's exactly what it looks like. It's a big old dragon flying in the sky, and you have to kill him. But he's got a whole bunch of crystals up there that heal him, and there's not much to it. I mean, you just sort of fire arrows at him until he dies. I'm obviously not aiming well right now, but that's okay. Occasionally he flies down around here, and you gotta smack him with your sword a bit. You'll get a dragon egg and a bunch of XP. Not much else to that. No, here we go. Come here, you. Worlds are infinite now. You can go in one direction for as long as you like. Just keep going. Have I mentioned boats don't break when they crash into anything anymore? You remember how they used to? You can go full speed into the wall and you're fine. Absolutely nothing can take down your boat. Well, I mean, apart from you know, just... So first up we got the observer, which detects changes of state of the block directly in front of it and outputs a redstone signal based on that. So if it detects a change of state, say by putting a block here, it'll throw a pulse out and into that repeater. If I take a block away, it'll do the same thing. It will even do so with placing small things such as repeaters. And if I power this repeater, it will also output a redstone signal. But just a small signal, and just a pulse, because it's only when it detects a change. They're pretty useful. Next we have droppers and dispensers. So dispensers have been around for quite some time, and droppers, not so much. But dispensers, you're probably already familiar. You press the button, and the water that's in there gets poured out. You press it again, it gets sucked back up. Right? Makes sense? Well, a dropper with the exact same water bucket will just throw the whole water bucket out. Hoppers are a little different in that they collect the items that fall onto them. So, you can just toss an item over here, it landed above the hopper, and it collected it. And the hopper will then dispense the item into, or it will then put the item into whatever block it is connected to. So here it's just connected to the sandstone, and the sandstone can't really hold any items, so the hopper is just going to hang on to them, and it'll just hold it. But if we have the hopper connected to a chest, then if we throw an item in there, there we go, we can see it's connected to the chest. It'll drop directly into the chest. Really cool. I missed most of those, but... And if we connect a hopper to another chest from the bottom of a chest with items in there, so we've got items in here, and we connect it to this chest, it will transfer items from this chest through the hopper into there, which is super helpful in having a lot of storage connected together. So we can go ahead and check to make sure everything's clear. Alright, and then we'll throw a bunch of items in here. There we go. Hopper should have collected it all and is currently dropping them all in there. Yeah, there we go. See? Now we have comparators. Comparators are a bit tricky. You can put them on subtract mode or normal mode. With normal mode, comparators will take an output of whatever is directly behind them. So if this dropper has some redstone blocks in there, then the comparator knows that, and it will output a redstone signal based on how many items are in here. So if we put just one item in there, it gets a small signal strength, but if we put a whole bunch, it gets a much larger strength. Up to the usual, I think, 15. When in subtract mode, comparators take signal strengths and they subtract from what's inputted into the side. It's really hard to explain. I can make a video on it if you'd like. Go ahead and let me know. But basically, if there's a signal strength coming out here that is a strength of 5, it will go down to 4, down to 3, and 2. And then it will take this signal strength output of 5, and then subtract the 2 that it's getting from here, and then turn this to 3. We also have Tripwire, which is pretty cool. You go ahead and step over it, and it creates a signal on both ends. Really handy for things such as alarm systems or traps. But it can also be used for many other things. It's all up to your imagination. And finally, we got daylight sensors, which it is daytime right now, so this sensor is outputting a signal to the torch, turning it off, which leaves the lamp off. But if we set time to night, then this no longer outputs a signal, which means this torch can turn on and turn on the lamp. Alright, thank you all for watching. It's been good fun. Go ahead and leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I will see you all in the next video. I'll be uploading as often as I can. And remember, don't be afraid to let the madness pull you in. Bye.